Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I am Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively, we're the Office Blokes.
Yeah.
Yes, we are.
We are. What we got going on? Office Bloke Daz.
Dave.
We've got a new TikTok channel.
TikTok.
Is that what you call it? Channel?
I don't know. I think we've got a TikTok. I think that's what it is.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got Office Blokes,
We've got
Office
it anyway.
Blokes Try, and Office Blokes Podcast. Check them out.
Check out the Office Blokes on TikTok, and you'll see funny videos of us dicking about.
Just shows we don't even know what it's called.
Yeah, we're getting help.
We need it.
It's a bit more professional than this.
Yeah.
Right, 10 space photos that will give you nightmares. I've run out of words today. Yeah,
I've used them all up.
I have.
Space photos.
I don't know. It's like, is there going to be some giant space crab?
Yeah, I don't know. Receding shoreline or something, or don't know.
I think we should just get into it and see what it is.
Mike's head beamed on the moon.
We haven't done any space stuff for a while, though,
No.
so I think it's about time we delve back in.
Go for it.
Why not?
Get our scientist hats back on.
Have you ever taken a photo and noticed something in the background that shouldn't be there? A face, a figure, or unexplained lights? Creepy, right? How much scarier is it when they appear in pictures taken in the dead of space, when no one can hear you scream?
It's a lot less scary because
10.
it's not near me. A creepy photo of someone stood behind us now would scare me a lot more than
After the event.
Michael Jackson stood on the moon. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
don't
I'm
know.
alright with it.
At the end of one's tether, the USA and Italy celebrated the 75th space mission in 1996 by sending an experimental tether into orbit. The aim was to investigate new sources of power, namely a way to cleanly harness solar wind to power spacecraft. As the shuttle crew began deploying the satellite, the umbilical tether snapped, sending the oval-shaped equipment drifting off in the direction of deep space. The mission video shows unexplained bright objects flying around the detached tether like wasps buzzing around a nest. NASA conveniently omitted the bright lights from the mission report, and to date has refused to acknowledge or explain the bizarre phenomenon. Did the objects approach to investigate the bizarre floating piece of space junk? Or were they responsible for the tether snapping in the first place? 9. Fancy a cup of tea?
That's the guy's voice.
Take a cup of tea.
It's pretty interesting, that one, though, but it's not going to give me nightmares.
No, not that one. Definitely not.
Oh no, that big string in space, don't touch it. Don't fly around it. Ah!
Apollo 16 took off on April 16th, 1972. After just 11 days in space, the 3 astronauts on board saw something so unbelievable it demands attention. They caught a glimpse of a strange circular-shaped craft with a great dome-like structure. They managed to capture a short video lasting only a few seconds, which clearly showed the anomalous UFO. In a typical deny-everything fashion, the tape mysteriously vanished for over 30 years. Even more unbelievable is the fact that no copies were made. Well, that's what they thought. A worker stumbled across the tape at Johnson Space Center. Thanks to some digital wizardry, a high-res scan of the tape allowed for a more detailed look at the object. Concentric white and gold circles covered the dome and a long, thin structure extending from the side. For all
It's a massive eyeball.
Cock and balls. What he failed to say was there's a long shaft emanating from...
It's that long thing that they lost the other year. It's just got a satellite attached
know,
to
yeah.
it now, isn't it?
There you go.
purposes, that's a flying saucer. 8. I see the light. The Mars rover Curiosity is the gift that keeps giving. It's still operational and sending data back to this day, a full 6 years longer than expected. On the 3rd of April 2014, our little friend picked up a Martian beacon of light. In the distance, behind the cover of a dune, a bright light beam can be seen extending up into the sky past the horizon. The light was picked up by the right camera, though strangely not by the left. Easily explained, as there is a delay between the two cameras, and the light turned off before the left side camera activated. NASA suggested it was a glare shining off a glistening rock. Doubtful, as the image was taken during a period of low light. They then said a cosmic ray hit the camera sensor, but if this was true, there would be image anomalies every day.
Send a fucking rover to go and have a look. Right?
That's a fair point,
Wheels,
actually.
drive it over.
You're there anyway. Go and have a look. You're doing nothing else.
Kicker is that the same beam of light was picked up again in an earlier photo. Try explaining that. 7. Martian Sasquatch. Could Mars be home to alien hominids? The answer, well,
No.
Can't call them hominids anymore.
Personally.
The Mars rover picked up a confronting image that is yet to be explained by NASA, or as we like to refer to them, never a straight answer. Whether a life form or a sculpted statue,
Taliban,
there is no denying that this is not just a natural rock formation and trick of the light. A plausible explanation could be it's just a case of pareidolia. This bizarre phenomenon is behind people claiming
He's
an
making it up.
Elvis-shaped kidney bean, or finding the face of Jesus Christ on a burnt piece of toast. Are we looking for alien life so hard that we imagine it everywhere?
Yeah.
Or is this just a convenient cover story, and the truth of whether alien life exists is sitting right under our noses? 6. Not one of ours. An amateur astronomer witnessed a bizarre object orbiting
Astronomer.
Oh, that's what I thought you said. Yeah.
Astronomer.
the Earth back in 2012. It was also observed by a larger telescope in Italy, who estimated it to be around 60 feet long, oval in shape, and spinning around on its axis at around 1 revolution per minute. They dubbed it J002E3. The rotations caused the object to alternate its luminosity, but even so, NASA's UFO program failed to detect it when scanning near-Earth space for anomalies. They commented that it did not match any space debris from recently launched spacecraft, and that it must have entered Earth's orbit fairly recently. It had a bizarre looping orbit which was inherently unstable, causing the object to leave Earth's orbit, where it settled again in a solar orbit. Experts say it'll come back to visit in around 30 years based on projections, while enthusiasts claim it was an alien craft. 5.
Spirograph.
Spirograph.
It was making a cool pattern.
Yeah, you should like that.
Yeah.
What, spirograph?
Yeah.
We got the nukes. Back in 2009, NASA launched the Blokes mission to the moon. But in reality, many people described it rather like a kamikaze mission, because once it was in orbit, the 2.2-ton payload rocket booster was fired at the moon because reasons. The rocket went inside the Cabeus crater near the southern pole of the moon, impacting and creating a huge plume of dust and debris. The mission aim was to have a lunar reconnaissance orbiter take samples during a fly-through to determine if moon craters contain frozen water. Images sent back from the mission show a rectangular structure in the shadow of the crater, leading some to suggest that NASA dropped a nuclear weapon on a moon base, with a search for water just a huge cover story. Alien headquarters or foreign government research facility. 4.
Jesus, come on.
Here. Stop fucking about with the moon. Right? It cause all kinds of shit.
I love how a square in space has to be man-made. It can't possibly be natural,
Yeah.
just because of its shape.
The government undercover headquarters.
It is. Dr. Evil lives there, doesn't he? That's where he's been hiding
no
all this
one
time.
could do something like that under radar. It'd be absolutely impossible, wouldn't it? With Russia and China and America all
Yeah.
watching the skies. There's no way you could build something like that without anyone else knowing. It's just
What, no, it builds it.
call me sceptical, but
Send up like a lot of fucking
yeah.
builders.
We know what you're thinking.
Yeah, builders, bricklayers, I was going to say.
This guy's made a good video. It's definitely swayed towards the conspiracy-minded. We're giving him a bit of a hard time.
I think he's
We
drunk.
are, I suppose. Yeah,
I think he's drunk.
I think he spent a lot of time looking into conspiracies about space.
definitely.
Struck. While a probe was orbiting the moon in 1972, NASA caught a glimpse of bizarre flash of lightning within the dark shadow of the Stein crater. It's unsure if the discharge of electricity is hitting the moon's surface or rising up from deep beneath it. This gave rise to the conspiracy theory that there's an underground moon base buried in the crater.
Another one.
Not as far-fetched as you think, as the US government has drawn up secret plans for a moon base. They even had detailed schematics. It was called Project Horizon.
Moon
with the
base.
aim to be finished in 1966
Sex house.
at the cost of $6 billion
Don't
to
look very
the
secret to
taxpayer.
me.
But it was shut down by
Also,
Was
doesn't
it?
look very square.
No, I know.
Like the other one.
Good point. Got pictures and all sorts, the plans, what they were going to do, when they were going to build it.
President Eisenhower. Another explanation is that it could be a lightning sprite. These are seen on Earth when lightning spreads out in the cloud, dissipating before it touches down to the ground. This would be a logical explanation, if only the moon had an atmosphere. 3. Man in the Moon. First, there was Google Earth, which prompted keyboard detectives around the world to reveal some oddities that deserve their own top 10 list. Not content with ruffling so many jimmies, Google doubled down when they teamed up with NASA in 2009 to create the rather unimaginably named Google Moon. It took no time at all for some internet super sleuth to scour the surface of the moon and find something extremely unusual.
Wait a minute, Google Moon is a thing.
I've never heard of that.
You can look at the moon.
Oh,
I'm
look.
into that all of a sudden.
Yeah. Oh, look, we've found a person on there, or something that looks like a person. Call me Mr. Cynical, but I think that'd be a good advert for it and
But
a
if
bit
you-
of publicity.
If the Earth's flat and the moon doesn't exist,
Moon's a
then-
light in it.
yeah, it's just one big light bulb, isn't it? That just kind of like that over
I
us.
think it just sits there like that at night.
It's just switch it.
One switch
Dim
on,
it.
one switch. Morning, night time. Morning, night time.
But I'll be looking at that though. If you can actually go on like Google Moon and you can sort of,
Do it in your own time, though, right?
I'll do it. For, I'll do it for 2 minutes and then I'll look at some porn.
There appears to be a shadowy figure taking a leisurely stroll up there on the lunar
Like you
surface.
do.
We're not saying it's a giant. NASA have refused to comment on the bizarre silhouette and even left it on Google Moon. Denial of the truth? Or epic troll? 2. Take me to your leader. The Martian surface is a vast desert of rock and red dust, or so we thought. The Mars Opportunity rover sent back an extraordinary image on the 17th of March, 2017, of what appears to be a huge chunk of shiny, reflective metal poking out of the ground. It's unlike anything seen in any of the other images we've received from the mission. Dark shadowing around the anomaly makes it different to see whether it's coming up from the ground, resting on the ground, or hovering in the air. It really does look exactly how you imagine an alien spacecraft to look, a
If a
round
kid
flat
drew it.
disc, with a raised dome on top acting like a cockpit. The resemblance is uncanny. Could this be
It's like the Batmobile.
I was going to say it looks a bit like a Bugatti Veyron, doesn't it?
this dome on top acting like a cockpit? The resemblance
It's aliens. Proof definitive.
Oh, yeah.
is uncanny. Could this be another case of pareidolia?
The resemblance to a made-up thing that you've just imagined is uncanny. The resemblance to what?
A kid's drawing.
The resemblance to
Yeah.
what you think a spaceship might
Yeah.
look like is uncanny.
The first thing you draw when you go to school, isn't it? When you're about 3. Draws a spaceship.
Yeah,
Circle.
Circle.
I draw
round.
cock and balls.
Yeah, where we see what we want to see, or finally some evidence of the existence of an
How are they getting images like this, right? And then when they find something, it's all grainy and shitty.
Yeah, and you can't make it
It's all
out
high
properly.
definition there. Look, you can see all the rocks on there in the back, pretty clear.
Yeah, but
they
you get someone strolling
in the
across
fucking
surface.
dark. They wait till it gets light again and then take another photograph. It's not going to move.
It walked off.
Yeah, 'cause-
Sasquatch walked off.
yeah,
Got bored.
got out of it and ran off. With the guy with the Taliban in the hills as well. He was on there as well.
intelligent life other than mankind. 1. Otherworldly standing stone. Here on planet Earth, many civilizations have erected rectangular slabs of stone to pay tribute to the paganistic gods and rituals. There is Stonehenge in England, the Karnak stones in France. The list is endless.
All
We're
two
still
of them.
trying to
It's just endless. That's it.
I will give him an out there. There's loads of other ones in the UK alone. There's other Stonehenges.
Yeah, that type of thing. Yeah.
There's loads that follow the what's the river that goes past Stonehenge?
The cam.
No, I can't remember what it's called. But basically, along that river, there's other stone circles that have obviously fallen down and been lost, but
Yeah.
stones are still there. There's quite a few though.
I've
Yeah.
never been.
The list is endless.
Never been to Stonehenge, have you?
I have.
I think I may have driven past it a few years back. We went on like the Cheddar Gorge sort of thing about 10 years ago. But I haven't been to stop and
Did you see Cheddar Man?
I didn't see Cheddar Man, no, unfortunately. No, I saw a
Did you have
shadowy
some-
figure which might have been him, but
He's on the moon now. He lives on the moon.
Did you have some cheese?
no, didn't really know.
Yeah, chicken.
I've been to Stonehenge twice.
Chicken pasta.
Been for the summer solstice where they actually let you go to the stones and watch the sunrise and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It was rain both times. But the whole thing is just people in the middle of the stones just playing drums all night, and everyone and then pagans walking around dressed as wizards and
How
stuff.
annoying.
Exactly.
It's pretty fun actually. It's
No,
different.
Sounds fucking buzzing, that,
There's no
mate.
pubs around there, or what?
You're allowed to take booze in with you.
And then the next day they go back to fucking protesting and
Yep.
Yeah.
They glue themselves to
Yeah,
Stonehenge.
yeah.
How ancient humans built these towering structures, let alone how one got on Mars. In 2012, an astronomer caught sight of a monolithic standing stone on the Martian surface.
look grainy
Mars
as fuck.
Reconnaissance Orbiter confirmed the structure and can be seen casting a long shadow present in images from two completely different angles. It's estimated to be over 5 meters in diameter, with its straight, rectangular sides screaming out, "I was made, not formed," from the otherwise curvy and natural landscape.
Who's taking images of the rover?
Making sure it's actually legit.
No, do you see that image of the rover coming over the hill? Who's taking that photo or video?
Might be an animation. That
I'm assuming it must be. Yeah.
I do want to caveat this one with we've just watched a really funny video just before we went into this one. So I think we are feeling a little bit piss taken.
Yeah.
That guy maybe got a bit of a hard time, but come on, mate.
Astronomers.
Yeah. I mean, people might have got made up mind, but I am pretty sceptical about a lot of things like that, to be fair. You know, but anyway, there we go.
That guy's voiceover voice is wasted on videos like that. He had a great voice, didn't he? Do you know what I'm saying?
Drunk to me.
It sounded drunk. It sounded like Alan Partridge putting on his voiceover voice. I want to hear him say crash bang wallop. What a video.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that too. Let us know what you think about Cheddar Man on the moon.
Yeah.
And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.